yeah, I colored my hair. I need to fix the roots because we ran out of dye, so I didn't get to finish the roots. But I have stuff to fix it coming in. I'm going to be making or teaching you how to make pokeballs today, crocheted ones, because I'm making a Raven cosplay, I think, and I'm doing 3 variations. I'm going to do just like the normal Raven. So there's the leotard and the cape. I'm going to do normal Raven, a Pokemon, if Raven was a Pokemon trainer, and a Sailor Moon. So I'll probably do a little filming to show you what I do for that, because I'm going to be making the belt and attempting to make it light up, but I got to figure that out. And that includes cutting these little Dollar Tree plastic ornaments that I just dropped. At least it's plastic. But it's going to involve that, some nail polish, and some other stuff. So I'll probably film that. I colored my hair because I didn't feel like buying a wig. And I didn't have time to buy a wig. So, alright, so I'm going to teach you how to make Pokeballs. Okay, so what you're going to need is, let me grab one. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to make a little squeaky toy for Buddy because I'm going to dress him up like a little Houndour with like the little skull and everything. I have the skull started. I just need to make the holes and the leg pieces and the little back strips for him. So I'm going to make him a squeaky toy. And we got the squeaker. Again, if you make it for a dog, I do not recommend for dogs who like to tear toys apart. These are good for dogs that like to just sit there and go and squeak. You're going to need a yarn needle. I'm going to be using, again, a H or a 5mm, and scissors. Yeah, that's what you need for your tools. And we're going to make the very basic Pokemon ball. We're going to make this one. I didn't make the little button yet, but this is the big one I've made. We're going to make a smaller one today because I made one big enough to be in my hand, but I want to make the smaller ones that, you know, you would usually put on the belt. Sorry, I had a dog hair all over it. I always have dog hair on everything. But so you're going to need red yarn, black yarn, and white yarn. Alright, so now we're going to, I like to start with the red. Oh, I already started one on the red. Oops. Ugh, my yarn is tangled. Ugh. Alright, let's undo this real quick. So this one, you start with 6 increase rounds, and then you go up and do 6 normal rows, and then do just 6 decreases. Yeah, I think. So yeah, this one, if you want to make the big one like this, instead of doing, we're going to do 4. Instead of doing that, then you do 6. So then you get 2 red, 2 black, and 2 white of just this normal, no increase, no decrease. But since we're only doing 4, then we're going to have 1 red, 2 black, and 1 white for the small one. Anyways, so, ow. Basically, we're just going to make a ball. This is super, super easy. So you can easily make a lot of them really quickly. Yes, I have a mess now. We're going to do magic ring, magic circle. Why do I keep thinking magic circle? It's a magic ring. So go under here, over here, pull it through, turn it, and pull. Just like that. And then we're going to do 8 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm making Buddy into Houndor, and I would like to make Mala into something else. I'm not sure. My husband says to make it into, make her into the seal one. I can't think of its name right now, the seal one. What else I could do is I could dress them up as little evolutions and do her as like, it's not Sylveon. I can't think of its name right now. My brain's just non-existent. But make Buddy into a little Umbreon or something. So you do your slip stitch. And then we have 8. You pull it, do your slip stitch into the first one. Chain 1. And now you're going to do an increase in each stitch. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And you're just going to do that in every stitch all the way around. So I'll do that. And I'll come right back. Okay, now we're going to do our slip stitch. Now that we have finished that row, you want to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 sets of increase. You want to go into the first single crochet, do our slip stitch, chain 1, into that same stitch we're going to do another, you know what, no, this time we're going to do it slightly different to try to, so a lot of times if you do it that way it gets kind of this angular look to it. So today we're going to try doing it this way. So instead of doing it all at the same place, we're going to do 1 single crochet. And then we're going to do the increase after. So we're going to do single crochet. Then the next one will be an increase. And so each row just switch directions of which, so like the last row would be starting with the increase. This row is starting with whatever we put after the increase kind of thing. So we're going to see if that makes it rounder. It should, in theory, make it rounder. But we'll see. If you want to do it the other way, you can do it the other way. Doesn't really matter. I just want to see if it makes it, you know, rounder and less. Because you can kind of see, you can see it more in person where it has a little bit more angles to it. So you have to, you know, roll it a lot. And even then it still has a little bit of an angle. Yeah. If you've crocheted balls before, you understand what I mean. So you're just going to continue that pattern all the way around. So again, it's single crochet and then an increase, and then you just keep doing that. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so we just finished that row. We're going to do our slip stitch. And then a single crochet, or not a single crochet, chain. And now we're going back to this direction will be an increase first. Then you're going to do 2 single crochets. Increase. And then 2 single crochets. Yeah, so you're just gonna do that all the way around. And then I'll meet you when I get to the other side. All right, so we're gonna do one more red row. This is gonna be our last red row because I'm making the small ball. But again, if you want to make the bigger one, then you just do 2 more increase rows. And if you wanna, the patterns are very easy for that. So if I was going to make it bigger, then the next row would be, you know, if we're doing the, you know, I have videos. My brain's not operating enough to, yeah. So do a slip stitch, chain 1, and in each one of these we're just going to do a single crochet all the way around. So I'll do that all the way around. All right, so then we're going to do our slip stitch, but since this is our last row, we're going to tie onto the black. So we're going to cut it. I like to cut it like that so then I can tie it better. So I undo like 1 or 2 stitches. We're gonna go with our black now. We don't need the red. Ooh. There we go. Sound effects. Dun, dun, dun. Dog hair. Yeah, if you order something from me, I greatly, I deeply apologize. There will probably be at least some dog hair somewhere, because if you have a dog, you know, it's basically impossible to get rid of all the dog hair. I can sit there for hours just using the lint brush, and it doesn't go away. It doesn't help. I have a dark dog and a light dog, so it doesn't matter what you wear to my house. You will always leave with someone's fur. You wear black, then Mala's fur shows. If you wear white, then Buddy's fur shows. It's just, yeah, you did constantly covered in hair. Ooh, didn't make it tight enough. Okay, so then you do your stitches back up. You look through. chain 1, and then into each step for the next 2 rows. Next 2 rows are exactly the same as the last red row. You're just going to do 1 single crochet all the way around. So I'm going to do those next 2 rows and then I'll be right back. Alright, so now we finished that row, or those 2 rows. So, well, that's what it looks like. We're gonna change it to white now. This might be a kind of thick black row for the smaller one, but I don't know. Could have done 3 increases and then just did 1 red, 1 black, and 1 white, but we're doing it this way because this is how I feel. So we're gonna cut it. And then grab the white. Sorry, it's in a plastic bag because, why was it in a plastic bag? Oh, because I was making some in the car and I just threw my stuff in a plastic bag. Yeah. We're gonna tighten it like that. I need to cut my nails. They're getting a little bit too long for my taste. Making it difficult to pick up things and tie things and all that stuff. Okay, now we're going to do the last row that's, well, this row is exactly like the last 3 rows, and this is going to be the last row like that, so we're just going to go all the way across with, there we go, with just everyone has 1 single crochet. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Alright, so now we're done with that. We're going to, do our slip stitch, chain 1. Now we're going to start decreasing. And so since our last one started with an increase, we're not going to start with a decrease. Normally I would start with a decrease, but we're trying to make the ball rounder this time. So we're going to do 2 single crochets, then a decrease, two single crochets, then a decrease. And if you don't know how to do a decrease, it's really simple. You just put it through the first stitch, pull it through, but keep it on the hook, go through the next stitch, pull it through, and then you take some more yarn, pull it through. You have 2 single crochets, and again you go in the first one, pull through, in the second one, pull through, and then you close it off like that. So I'm going to finish up this round and I'll get back. Alright, so let's do our slip stitch, chain 1. And so since we didn't start with the decrease, we're going to start with the decrease now. We're going to decrease, 1 single crochet, decrease, and then a single crochet. And we're just going to keep doing that. Sorry, I got a sniffle. Decrease. And single. Alright, so I'm going to finish up that. I'll be right back. Alright, so now we're going to turn it inside out. Or I guess right side out. And did I mention stuffing? We're always going to need stuffing on this channel. Almost always. So we're going to need some stuffing. That should be enough. There should be more than enough, but yeah, I got cotton. So I like, when I'm doing the squeakers, I like to make like a little nest, basically. So put some on the bottom and then squish some to the sides. Just to kind of encase it, and then we're going to stick it in there. Let's put some more over there. Yeah, just like that. So see? Just shove it in, and then you take more, you shove that in, so you make it nice and round, ball-like. Okay, now sorry, my brain's just... Okay, we're gonna go like this. We're going to do, yeah, we're gonna do our slip stitch. Chain 1. And then this row is just all decrease. Decrease, decrease, decrease. So yeah, just decrease. And I'll show you to the end because that part's pretty quick. There we go. You're going to do slip stitch. Squish it a little bit. See? Very ball. Little tiny baby ball. You can make them smaller, but I think if you make it smaller, you might not be able to fit the squeaker as well. So this is our last row. Chain 1 and do a single crochet into every stitch. So you should have 8 single crochets when you're done. Oops. Also, if I'm in frame, there we go. All the way around. And then you do slip stitch. And I like to chain 1 and pull it. And then we're going to cut a good amount of tail so that we can weave it in and close up the end. Take out a needle. And so since we did our chain 1, then we can just pull it through, tighten it. Maybe. See if I can get this. There we go. Relatively quickly. See? Now, if you want more stuffing, you can finish it up right now. I think I want a little bit more, just a little bit. You just take it, you shove it in there, just really push it in. Because I think I need more over here, because there's a big gap. I don't want to make it too full, because my dogs aren't super fond of it being too full. Then you want to roll it, and it makes it nice and round and fluffs the cotton. So, see? I don't know. To me, it looks a little more round. Less angular, because in person, this looks pretty angular. I'm not sure if it looks super angular on camera or not. But to me, this feels rounder. Whatever. Whatever you feel you like the best. And that's what matters most, is what you like. And so then you're just gonna, I like to go through the back loop. So back loop is, so you have your V right, and then you have the front, which is here, and this is the back. So to go through the back, you go here, through the back. You go through the top and go through. And then just do that all the way around. Then when you get to the where you started, you just take it and you pull it tight like that. See? And then I'll usually do a knot over here so this part at least doesn't come undone. And then I like to just kind of weave it through wherever. I'll sometimes weave it through these areas to kind of close the holes a little bit, just to look a little nicer. Because you see how some of these holes are bigger. I'm still trying to figure out how to make the holes smaller. So if you have any tips, and drop it in the comments. Be good for me and for other people who might not know. You know, be a helpful group. But yeah, so you just kind of weave it in. So I'm going to do, when you're done, then you just tie it off and just kind of shove it through somewhere like that. Pull it through and then you snip it close. So I'm going to finish weaving this up and then I'll show you how to make the button. Alright, so now that we have our little ball done, see? Nice and cute. We're going to make the button. The button, super easy. So we're going to go yeah, that'd be about right. Okay, so we're going to make one round of white and one round of black. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pull it a little bit, 7, 8. And then I'm not going to pull it closed just yet because I have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here we go. I have to change the colors, so it's easier if I do it before I close it. Because if you close it, then it's hard to redo that stitch. See, I'm going to undo the 8th one. And then after you make the button, then you're just gonna kind of weave it on, and I'll show you how to weave it on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're going to redo number 8. Pull that down. Through. Chain 1. Then we're going to make it tight. Pull in this. There we go. Just like that. And then we're going to do the increases. So it's basically like when we started the ball. Just a little different with the colors. And we're not going to go all the way, like multiple rows like the ball. Oh, I grabbed the wrong thread apparently on the black. Whoops. I normally go through the middle because then I don't have to worry about it rolling around, but I grabbed the wrong string. You know, that kind of looks too big for me. I think instead we should do single crochet, not single crochet, slip stitch through each stitch, like so. Maybe. Yeah. No, let's do it the other way. I think on the bigger one, if you want to make the button, okay. On the bigger one, if you want to make the button, I think you should make the white two rows of the white. But I think that button would just look a little too big on the smaller version. So we're only doing one white and one black. So the black's gonna look kind of thick on this, but oh well. You just go all the way around and do your increases in every single one. And we're gonna do the thing I don't like about working with darker colored yarn is it's so much harder to see the stitches. I'm gonna do that. Just kind of mess with that. We're gonna do that. Cut off a tail, tighten it. See? It's that button. And then there's this one. It's kind of big, but if you want to make it smaller, then you can go down a hook size or two. But then all you really have to do is just kind of sew it on with the tail. There we go. So let's put it here. All you really have to do, it's kind of hard to see on black, so I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but you're going to, where's the back? Here's the back. So I like to kind of center mine, if that makes sense. Have this as the back, the not so nice side. So we're going to just kind of slip it in. and then go through the back, through the back stitch or whatever, and then you just kind of loop it, and then do it again. Go through the back, and you just do that all the way around. So I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. Alright, now that it's finished, you can go out and catch you some Pokemon. If you like this, please hit the like. Subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to ring that bell so that you can get notifications for when I upload new videos and all that fun stuff. Leave a comment. Cords. You should tell me what kind of Pokemon you think Mala should be. What kind of Pokemon Buddy should be. I'm not sure where he went. I gotta go find him. There he is. Found him. So you should tell me what you think Mala should be for a Pokemon and what you think Buddy should be. I think he should be a little Houndour. And she should either be Eevee or one of those, the seals. Look at her. Bubbles, dance. There you go. There you go. Nice. Yeah, so go and catch your little Pokemon. What? Why is it when I want you to play, you don't want to play? You turkeys.